Hello people, I'm Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We've got a Netflix India trailer here. This is called AJEEB DAASTAANS, and it is starring a lot of people.
A lot of people, some of them that we know.
Right, Fatima Shaikh, Jaby Ahlawat, Roldhan, Nusrat Barucha. I'm sorry if I said that terribly, I'm trying my best. Abhishek Banerjee, Konkana Sen Sharma, Aditi Hydari, Shefali Shah, and Manav Kaul. This comes out April 16th, which is very, very soon.
Very, very soon.
It's like 2 weeks away. So here we go.
हम किसी और से प्यार करते थे तो आपसे कर नहीं पाएंगे।
इस देश के सब मर्द ढोंगी क्यों हैं? अगर धोखा दे सकते हैं तो खाने की भी हिम्मत रखिए।
Whoa.
दीदी, मोहल्ले वालों ने कटिया हटवा दी। ये न पढ़ पा रही है न सो पा रही है। आपका नाम भारती है ना? आपकी आंखें बहुत सुंदर हैं।
I don't have time to learn the sign language.
Sign language is her only language, Rohan.
I'm Lipakshi.
हेलो भाभी।
पूरे शहर की भाभी नहीं है।
बबलू भैया की पत्नी पूरे गांव, पूरे शहर, पूरे देश और पूरे प्रदेश की भाभी है।
अच्छे स्कूल में डालना है। कोई नया काम ढूंढ रहे हैं उसके लिए।
तो आ जाओ कल सुबह घर। मिसेस से बात करा दे तुम्हारी। हाँ?
में कोई डिफेक्ट है, हम किसी डॉक्टर को दिखाएं। तुम्हें अपनी सच को मान लेना होगा, तभी खुश रह पाओगे।
कांच के दो पन्ने हैं जो तेरी कहानी के गवाह हैं। सच है या झूठ पता नहीं, लफ्ज़ों में कोई दास्तां है ये अजीब दास्तां।
तुम्हारी हिम्मत कैसी हुई हमसे नजर मिलाने की? हम तो पूरे देश की भाभी हैं।
बिजली चाहिए कि नहीं?
Whoa.
Oh no, 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 no.
अंधेरों में सूरज को देख के खफा है ये अजीब दास्तां।
आप किसको दिखा रहे हो? किसको दिखा रहे हो?
Ooh. I really like the look of that.
That's intense.
Yeah, it's another Karan Johar anthology, but it feels very different than Lust Stories, which was kind of taking a different angle, I guess, because it is still about relationships, right? But Lust Stories was, I guess, more about lust.
Well, thankfully we've got a description here. It says, AJEEB DAASTAANS is an anthology of 4 strangely contrasting stories which delve into fractured relationships and unexplored spaces. The stories, set in varied milieus, explore jealousy, entitlement, prejudices, and toxicity, which are often entangled within the heart of their relationships. Each story also takes you on a journey where one would struggle with the moral dilemma of what's right and what's wrong as the lines between them get blurred. That one where the guy was lording his power over the lady for her electricity and whatnot, I was just like, oh God, that is so gross.
I mean, you knew that was gonna happen.
I mean,
though.
yeah, you saw that. I mean,
as soon as he comes in and he's all like, I'll introduce you to my wife. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna hire you as my maid because I think you're hot. Also, because I want to bone you.
Right.
You know?
It was grody.
Yeah, it was super grody.
The lesbian story in there is, it's easy to feel for that one because she's like wondering if she's broken.
Yeah, I know.
Something's wrong with her.
That one really just kind of hit me.
Yeah.
And pulled on my heartstrings for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the struggle that's going on there, and it's very interesting. I didn't fully understand Fatima Sheikh's one. I mean, the way they set that up, it sounded so much like, what's that movie we watched? Was it with Shah Rukh Khan? I forget which it was. No, I forgot which film it was that we watched. I think it was kind of like Devdas though, where this guy's like, you know, I'm married to you, but I'm not in love with you. I love this person over here.
Yeah, but usually in those stories, the woman goes, oh, okay, well, maybe I can get you to love me. Instead, Fatima's all like, men are such hypocrites.
Right.
Because you can tell me that you don't love me and you're gonna be having this relationship with this other woman on the side. what if I want to? And then it's this interesting thing because she's just kind of exercising her power, or at least trying to see how far she can push it, right? Because she's clearly the wife of someone who is
important,
very important, and she's just kind of, I don't know, is she having fun with it, or she's just trying to get her own? Like, if he can get some, why can't she?
Yeah, she's definitely playing a strong character there.
Yeah, very strong.
I mean, I think that over the course of all of these stories, the arc is for each of these women to find their strength over the course of their stories. You know, they get entangled in these uncomfortable situations, these conflicts, and through it they will learn who they really are inside and find a stronger version of themselves by the end of it, which is really cool.
Yeah,
You know?
I also really like that story about the mother. I mean, I'm assuming she's a mother who has the young girl who only speaks sign language. She signs and stuff, and then she ends up falling in love with this young man who also signs, because her own husband won't even learn it for his daughter, right? And so there's that connection there, and just looking at it, it's like, it seems like a much better relationship than the one she's in, but is she going to be brave? Is she going to go against what society tells her and to actually try and be with this guy? But like, technically that's wrong because she's married, she shouldn't be with him. Like, there's a lot of questions. It's really interesting kind of doing these anthologies because you're able to explore things in like just interesting ways. It's like just showing a little vignette of something and posing a question to the audience so that we can kind of have a little thinky think about it.
They certainly painted the father in a bad light there. He's like, throws down the glass, he's pissed off.
Yeah.
And that he has to learn sign language, God forbid, he talks to his daughter. He's not exactly a good character. He's
not winning Father of the Year.
Yeah, he's not, he's got a bad batting average here as far as it goes being a dad, you know? And so you can see why she would get swept up in the romance of this other person who speaks sign language. And so that guy would obviously have more vested interest in being a present father to her daughter. At least that's sort of the idea I'm getting here. I wonder if she would actually leave though. I think that's the question. Because the thing about it is, I don't think all 4 of these stories are going to end in a hunky-dory kind of way. I think that some of them might end in tragedy. You know, like, or at least they'd be star-crossed lovers or something like that, you know, potentially, where she doesn't leave, she stays with her husband despite the fact that she should be with this guy because she's being faithful.
Right, and then there's also, in Aditi's story, it looks like maybe she was married off to someone else, because there was that scene there that they included where it looked like she was being fed cake, but she was crying, clearly.
That's a lot of emotions to try to throw together in the same scene. You're putting on this face of like, I'm happy because of this, thing we got going on here for the rest of our lives, but man, I don't want to do this. To have those 2 thoughts intersecting and having to like convey that just with the, an expression, that's pretty cool.
Aditi's always so wonderful. I'm sorry, Aditi, I'm gonna say it. You're wonderful at acting with your eyes. Like, they just tell the whole story. And so,
what's wrong with saying that?
No, because she's like, we always say that,
Smiles?
Yeah, no, she's got something going on with her eyes always. But I mean, that's the highest compliment, I think, because the eyes are the window to the soul. And she's very good at letting that shine through, so you don't even need words. You know exactly what she's feeling. I thought that Konkana Sen Sharma, to me, I didn't recognize her for like a hot second there when she was with Aditi. She just looked so different to me than how I've normally seen her portrayed. And also just the energy that she was putting out there was really different than anything that I've seen her in. And so I really liked that. It was believable to me, that kind of relationship between the 2 of them.
You're right.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't know her by name. I'm seeing her face now in these pictures and I was like, oh shoot, wow.
Well, she looked more glamorous in Wake Up Sid. I think it's such a cool role for her to take on. And it's not just a matter of like, oh, let's just tie her hair back and like...
No, it's behavior.
Yeah, it's the whole behavior of like, no, I
posture,
I
everything.
believe this person.
The way she carries herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
100%.
Even the small performances, the
nuances.
The little nuances, it really comes through that she's completely different than the stuff we've seen her do before. Fatima Sana Sheikh's character is very, very interesting. I'm really, really curious to see how that story plays out. She's a character that got a little bit of sass to her.
Yeah.
She got a little bit of attitude, and I really wonder where that's gonna go, because it can go south pretty hard. Like, who knows? Who knows where that ends up?
But it's super interesting as well because she's a character to me that seems to be very comfortable with her sexuality and the power that comes with it. I feel like recently we've seen Fatima in roles where she's kind of been that girl who's like the object of desire, but this is new to kind of see her as that strong, empowered sexual woman who's like, I'm gonna do it because I can, you know, rap.
You guys, be good. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.